Hi, and welcome back to the Clickstart Digital channel. So in today's episode, I want to call out the 5 biggest lies that beginners believe about e-commerce. And I see these every single week, and they cost people thousands of dollars and months of wasted time. So if you are thinking about starting an online store, or maybe you've just started one, please listen to this one before you spend another dollar. So the first lie, you can get rich fast with e-commerce. Nope, just no, you cannot. And anyone telling you that is selling you a dream. Now, are there overnight success stories? Sure. But there's also lottery winners. The actual reality is the most successful e-commerce businesses take 1 to 3 years to start making real life-changing money. And I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm saying it because I want you to have the right expectations going in. If you start a store thinking you'll be in a Lambo by Christmas, you will quit by March when reality kicks in. E-commerce is a business, and real businesses take time. And the good news is once it works, it really works. But you have to play the long game. The second lie, any product works as long as you market it well. And that is just not true. Some products just do not have a market. And some products have margins so thin, you'll never make profit no matter how hard you try. Some products are saturated to the point you just can't compete unless you've got millions of dollars in funding. Product selection is honestly half the game. And I have seen people with average marketing skills crush it because they picked an amazing product. And I've seen people with brilliant marketing skills go broke because they just picked a dud. Spend serious time on this. Research demand, look at competition, check your margins, make sure there is a real customer pain that your product solves. If you get this right, everything else gets easier. The third lie is just throw more money at ads and the sales will just come in. So this one is dangerous because it sounds true. And it is the lie that empties people's bank accounts the fastest. Ads do not fix a bad product. Ads do not fix a confusing website. Ads do not fix bad pricing. Ads do not fix a brand that nobody trusts. Ads just amplify what is already happening on your store. So if your store is converting at 0.5%, ads will just make you lose money faster. Before you run ads, get the foundations right. Good product, clear website, clean checkout, strong offer, trust signals, and then turn the ads on. Otherwise, you're just lighting your cash on fire. The fourth lie, Shopify will do the selling for you. So I've touched on this on another episode, but Shopify is just a platform. It's a really good platform, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't bring you traffic. It doesn't make your offer compelling. It doesn't email your customers, and it doesn't run ads. It doesn't follow up on abandoned carts unless you set it up to. So all Shopify does is host your store. Everything that actually generates sales is on you. The marketing, the copy, the design, the offer, the customer service, the email flows, all of it. If you set up a Shopify store and then go to the beach hoping it just sells itself, you'll be at the beach for a very long time. So the fifth lie, cheap suppliers means more profit. Beginners always go straight to the cheapest supplier they can find on Alibaba, thinking that they're just going to be smarter with margins. And then the products show up looking like absolute garbage and customers leave bad reviews, the refunds start piling in and the whole thing just collapses. Cheap supplies usually means cheap quality, and cheap quality means unhappy customers. Unhappy customers means refunds, chargebacks, bad reviews, and no repeat business. Suddenly, that extra $2 a unit you saved on cost has wiped out your entire profit margin and then some. The real game is finding a good supplier with reliable quality, decent pricing, and good communication. Spend a little more per unit if you have to. Order in samples. Test the quality before you go big. Long term, this is what builds a brand that actually lasts. So, those are the 5 biggest lies beginners believe about e-commerce. You can get rich fast, any product works, ads fix everything, Shopify does the selling, and cheap suppliers equals profit. If you can throw those out of your head before you start, you are already ahead of 90% of people who have started a store this year. E-com is an incredible business model compared to pretty much anything else you could start. The overheads are tiny. You don't need a big team. You don't need a fancy office. You can literally start from your kitchen table and run the whole thing off your laptop. And here's the part that nobody really talks about. You can scale it. And then one day when you've had enough or you just fancy doing something else, you can actually sell the business like a real asset that someone will pay good money for. Now, try doing that with a service-based business. When you are the service, you can't step away and you can't sell it because guess what? You are the business. So you stop, it stops. E-com is different. You can get other people to run it for you. And that right there is the whole point. That's freedom. That's control over your own destiny. So if you want help getting started the right way, check out Clickstart Digital and make sure you subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you back here in a couple of weeks.